Hey, how y'all doing? Blake Ibizabal. I'm gonna show you all these. It's really cool. These chicken cutlets or fake chicken cutlets or mushroom cutlets. There you go. Made from mushroom mycelium. It's like the root. They call it mushroom roots, but so you know, I mean, technically it's not a root because it's a mushroom, not a plant. This is really cool. I've been seeing for years people talking about it. Companies coming up with their own versions of. I'm trying to get a focus on this. If you can see the texture. Sure, there you go. There you go. Look at that. It's actually really impressive. Now, I originally had bought both the steak and the chicken version of these Meati with an I fake mushrooms meats. Now the chicken did not disappoint. I knew the chicken was going to be on point because usually when you do a fake meat, chicken is like the go-to. It usually it's like the easiest one to fake. But they definitely got the texture down right. It's got a nice chew to it. It's definitely, you know, very chicken-like. You could fool me. If I didn't know that this was not chicken, I would have thought it was chicken. And the good thing is that it's made from mushrooms. You know, it's like, you know, it's got a nice high protein content to it. You know, but the downside, of course, because it's made from mushrooms, this does not fall into the category of all those reasonings that people have for eating plant-based foods, because you know mushrooms are more like us. You know, this has got very low in fiber. They use keratin instead of cellulose for their cell walls. They respirate the way we do. They produce carbon dioxide, people. So this is not going to help with climate change per se on the idea of, you know, it's sequestering carbon, but it's really good. Now, if you're looking for like low-fat alternatives to meat, I'd definitely go for this one. And this time I kind of just fried them up in some olive oil, and I used some Miracle Noodle, which is like a konjac or so a type of a yam that they grow in Japan. Well, I guess they grow it more places now, but the you know, Japanese and Chinese have been using this yam for years as a diet food. It's all cellulose mostly. It's very low in calories because it's so high in fiber, but it also makes it good for because the fact that when you eat a lot of fiber, it also helps lock up a lot of your the other stuff that you're eating. It helps slows down your digestive system, and you know, it makes it so that you don't get as much of a sugar spike or, you know, whatever from you know, I'm probably not using the right word there, but you know, for what you're eating. So, you know, it's really good stuff. But yeah, I mean, definitely the steak one wasn't really impressive. That's the thing. The steak one came across as chicken that was dyed red. So still got to work on the steak flavor. Might help to actually use some steak, you know, or some beef broth in it. That usually helps, brings out the flavor in it. But the texture's there. The texture is more chicken-like. So like in steak, the only way you get that kind of texture is if you're doing like the tenderloin, which is kind of suspicious because, well, the rest of the cow does not feel that way. You know, it's much a little chewier than what the tenderloin is, which is why I feel like the tenderloin, because it's for people who don't, you know, want to chew or chew much. But yeah, so as you can see, I'm just cooking these in the back of my car. As you can see, I'm at the Target at the Sawgrass Mills Mall right now. That's just what's going on these days, man. Like I gotta get some money to build this farm, and the more I'm looking into it, the harder it seems. Seems like the systems are stacked against me. Like, you know, it is like they don't really sell small plots of agricultural land. I only need like 1 or 2 acres, man, get my pigs going. But they don't really sell that, not in agricultural lands, because, you know, and then, you know, when you do find a piece of land that you can, I think I could afford, or I think I could get a loan for, well, it turns out they don't really write land loans. I mean, they do, but they don't. The companies that do write them don't advertise they do, and they have a limited amount. And then I found out they don't write land loans under $100,000. So, yeah, it's looking like I just got to save up $50,000. So I'm going to be working this Uber for a bit. That's also why I'm not posting very many videos lately, because I'm just so focused on working the Uber as much as I can to try to get ahead of my bills, get ahead of my debt, and be able to save enough so I can just buy a plot of land and put some pigs on it. Because once I got the pigs and I'm starting to sell them, I'll be all right. I'll be able to start progressing from that point. But till then, I'll be cooking out my back of my car a lot, and this is really helpful, because this is really good stuff. this is not too bad for me to eat. I had to change the angle. My phone's starting to overheat, but you know, I'm back. So anyway, so as I was saying, yeah, the this meaty chicken is really good. I just finished eating it all. Like I said, I just fried it up with some olive oil, and I put some miracle noodle with it, and added some garlic, granulated garlic, and some little MSG and some cheddar. That's what that yellow stuff was. It was cheddar, and like I said, like it's not plants, so it doesn't help with the climate change things very much, like the way the theoretically plants could. But because the only thing that the plant-based beef meats have against them is the fact they still have to burn diesel to get them transported. If you were to able to grow your own plants and make your own plant-based burgers at your own home, they would be carbon sequestering. But these, you know, so that's not even the issue with getting like the mushroom-based meat. It's more about like if you're the kind of person that is against animal cruelty and doesn't trust the industry as it is right now, because, you know, I mean, a large percentage of our meats are handled by a very small number of people, and they are not known for being very honest about what they're doing. And they have been known and documented doing things that we just don't agree with. It's just not, I mean, I love meat. I love animals too. And I would prefer that my animals not be harmed or have to suffer very much more than they have to become, just to get put on my plate. You know, and that's the good thing about these mushrooms meats is they fulfill the nutritional requirement that animals normally would. You can literally survive on just eating mushrooms. They have everything you need in them. So it's, you know, it's a big plus, you know. So, but like I said, I mean, like, I'm just trying to get some money together so I can do my own farm, so I can raise my own pigs, raise my own chickens, and that way I know that the meat I'm eating is being raised the way I agree with, you know, and also in a method that will be carbon sequestering. You know, we're talking about regenerative agriculture. So, you know, one day, hopefully soon. But yeah, like I said, it seems like everything right now is geared towards, you know, either selling large plots of land to people that want to develop it, or it's mortgages for houses that are already there. Can't seem to find a company that wants to write me a land loan. Oh well. So anyway, my name is Blake. Blake Iberzabal. This has been my food review for the day. Y'all gotta check out these little chicken meaty things. They're really good. As you can see, there's really not a whole lot of ingredients in them. They're pretty, and they're really delicious. And like I said, I mean, the only thing that makes it kind of a red flag that it may not be real chicken is the shape of it. They look a little too uniform, too perfect. But hey, you know, I used to work in fine dining. That was our goal, was to make, you know, there's a whole area of fine dining that's the focus, is to make the food look perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like very uniform, almost unnatural shapes, but you know, very good tasting, very good flake to it. You also check the stuff out. You have a good day.